Well, hello and welcome to my backyard. The pumpkins are orange, the tomatoes are red, the peppers are green, and the corn is turning brown, which means fall's coming and probably another rainstorm or thunderstorm here quickly. So I'm gonna just share a quick update with you. We have been really excited about this fall for quite some time, and now it's approaching, and we're just excited about moving forward in our mission to help next generations encounter and follow Jesus to bless a broken world. And if you've been in our services or following along online, you know that we've been casting some vision for this fall, and we know that we can't accomplish our mission without your help to do this. We believe also that you need the church, because the greatest blessing that we can offer our broken world is to become a community of people who are being filled and increasing with our capacity to be filled with God's goodness, as well as becoming more like Jesus. We can't do that on our own. We need to do that in community. We also recognize that we continue to face the headwinds of COVID 19 and this pandemic that just doesn't seem to want to go away, the Delta variant, all this stuff. Many people around Orchard Hill Church are asking, how are we addressing this as cases continue to rise, especially in Black Hawk County? Listen, we are all tired of this pandemic, and we're tired of talking about it and how we have to alter plans and the arguments that it brings and all this kinds of stuff. But as leaders, we do want to provide you with the clarity you need about what you can expect at Orchard Church so you and your family can make some good decisions. First, we want you to know that we are paying attention to the virus and its effects in our communities. We have had a number of our members sick with this Delta variant recently, some of them mild cases, some of them more serious illnesses, even hospitalizations and people in critical condition, even as I'm recording this video. And so we would first of all just ask you to join us in praying for people in our own church family and others who are suffering right now due to this virus. Second, we also want to recognize that not all of the news is bad news. For example, we have this vaccine that's become available to anybody who chooses to get it for people 12 and older. And in fact, the Pfizer vaccine just received full FDA approval this week, which is incredible how they managed to do that. We also know that more than 60% of those eligible in Black Hawk County have received at least one dose of a vaccine. And we know that according to the best statistics available, that 97% of the people who are becoming seriously ill are those who are unvaccinated. That the breakthrough infections for those who are vaccinated remain really, really low, like less than 1%. This is all like really good news, that there are options out there for us to fight this virus. At the same time, we recognize that not everybody can get vaccinated. And we also recognize that vaccination alone does not prevent the spread of the virus. While hospitals in Black Hawk County and Bramer County and Grundy County are currently able to meet the demands of the virus, hospitalizations are rising, especially in Black Hawk County, which is currently considered an area where the virus is highly transmissible. Now, CDC recommends that everyone living in those highly transmissible areas, like Black Hawk County, wear face masks when gathering inside, vaccinated or not. So, all this information, what is Orchard Hill Church doing with it? This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And knowing it all, we as Orchard Hill Church leaders want to encourage you to consider all of this information and then make wise choices about how you're going to act appropriately. We want to encourage you to make choices that help us be a blessing to our broken world by being a community growing in our capacity for God's goodness and becoming more like Jesus. Part of this, we would ask you to consider that the act of physically distancing and wearing a mask can be a way to serve and love those who are most vulnerable. And we also know that wearing a mask can create strain and hardship for some people, emotionally, physically, mentally. And so we ask that you would respect the right of people to make their own choices when it comes to masks at this time. Should the local or federal government determine that a mandate is necessary in order to slow the spread of the virus to protect, our businesses, our hospitals, our schools, our communities, then Orchard will submit to the authority of our government, just as Orchard Hill Church has always done. Listen, it comes down to this. We may be hard pressed on every side and perplexed and struck down, discouraged, disappointed. But we are not in despair because we know God hasn't abandoned us, that COVID is not going to destroy us. God has provided this opportunity for us right now, right, to allow His life to be revealed in and through us for His glory, so that His goodness in us and through us and around us can grow. So let's keep going by loving one another well, especially those who may disagree with our own personal stance in all of this. Let's give the world a picture of God's love as we persevere and follow Jesus.